G'day mate, welcome back to Voxel Tycoon with me, Jetty, owner of Jetty Incorporated Proprietary Limited Corporation. And today's episode, we've got some plans. But first, last episode, we got a few things done. We started setting up our fledgling little our empire, moving around some wood, so some raw resources from wood and coal and iron to our 3 starting towns. So over here we're bringing in wood, we're also bringing in coal. In our bungles, we're bringing in some coal, and in Redcliffe we're bringing in some iron. So we've got a start up and running. We're getting there. We also set up a passenger loop for Hayden, which is where we've actually set up our main headquarters, which, funnily enough, we did add 130,000 value to our company in our last episode. Today's episode, we have a few things to do. We do have a laboratory that is slowly researching manufacturing, which will let us lay down belts and conveyors and start taking the next step and progressing our little empire. But today, I think we need to set up a passenger loop. We did do a passenger loop in Hayden, and we have excellent passenger coverage, but as for bungles, there's nothing. Same goes with Redcliffe's, so we need to set up some passenger loops. So that's going to be the first objective for today, whilst we wait for research to tick over. We need not conveyors, we need some roads. And as I've said before, I want to sort of control how the city is going to build. So I want to try and join up these roads where I can and control, make sure that it builds in a way that is going to not upset my transportation empire. It does mean, unfortunately, I'm spending a fortune on roads, which is going to save the city a fortune, which they're happy with, but cost me a crap ton. Now, really, I should be using standard bus stops, but because the game only supports right-hand drive, well, we'll try it, okay? I'll try and do right-hand drive, but because I'm Australian and we drive on the left, I keep messing it up. Or at least I expect to keep messing it up. I'm going to put one there. Yes. And let's do one here. And one here. And let's do another one there. Okay. Now, as I mentioned last episode, and I really hope, well, I'm actually going to mention it to the devs because it's something I'd really like to see. I'd really like a way to pin the garage so I can access it without having to scroll over to it. So we're going to need a new bus route. We're going to use the cheaper bus. 1, because it holds more passengers. 2, because it's cheaper. And it's also cheaper to run. So we're going to grab one of those. We're going to buy that particular bus. We're going to set you up to go to right-hand drive. I need you to go there. And then there. And then there. And we just want a little loop. And you should be able to come into right-hand drive. Into there and back out. Yes. There. Transfer. We're going to save you as a loop. So we're going to call save you as a route. Yeah, the name's too long. Loop. There we go. Okay, save that, send that one off and racing, and then we still need to do the same to Redcliffe's. Now, Redcliffe's is going to need, first off, me to control how the town's going to build. So we're going to join that into there. I'm going to join that into there. We're going to join, that is no way that's going to line up. Sure. And actually, haha. That loops. That's a pretty good setup. Okay, so we're going to put down a bus stop. Let's start there. And then there. And I hold down shift. I don't have to reselect the tool over and over. I can just... Now I want that to join in there. Alright, that's not going to happen. There. Now... Oh, not enough money. Hey, bank. We're a profitable company. Can we borrow some more, please? Now, it does seem with my limited experimentation of Voxel Tycoon, it does seem that overlapping the bus stations definitely helps you. So I've gone a little bit a little bit overboard in Red Cliffs. Okay, so we're going to set you, and you're going to go to, this is going to be such a messed up route. Okay, you, and then you're going to come down here to there. Right-hand side of the road. Sure, you can come into there, then into there, then into there, then into there. I guess into there before you go back to the top. Alright, and passenger loop done. Edit that. Edit. Can I edit the name? Rename. That's what. Red Cliffs, not East, just Red Cliffs. And send you off on your way as well. Now, with those out of the way, I want to look at you, boss, your stats. So you are making decent money. You are actually quite profitable. But if I click on a station and you collect passengers, there's still passengers left over. Not really enough to warrant adding more buses. Okay, but one thing I do probably want to do is I probably want to link 37,000. Is that worth 37,000? It is now. Because that now means I can go into the garage, I can borrow more money because we're a profitable company. And then I'm going to add a stop from, let's go with the transfer stations, because it seems like every single town has a transfer station. So from transfer to transfer to transfer. And we're going to call this area 1 loop, because this is the first area we've unlocked, and set you off and running as well. So now we can actually move passengers between towns. Now, with that out of the way, I need to go and double check. Well, first I need to double check our research. We're on 36 of 45, 37 of 45, so we are slowly getting the research done. It's only about a week away, but I do want to check. So, wood. You want 100 and... We're delivering 120 wood of 150. I probably can't add another truck there. We're delivering 100 out of 120. I don't want to add another truck there because we don't want to oversupply these things. We want to just keep them just below their demand to try and maximize our profits. So again, 100 of 120. Research is complete. Excellent. I'm going to pause the game. 90 of 135. So that tells me straight away I can 90. So that's 2, 4, 6. So you're doing 15 each, 15, 30, 60, 90. Yeah. So if I add one of those, it's 105. Yeah, I know, I'm broke. It's fine. We'll just borrow more money. 105, 120. Cool. Release both those trucks. And don't you have another item being delivered down here? No. Just the iron ore. Okay. So with that done, the next research we're going to want to do, because we did have in last episode, Hayden did unlock the ability to start processing, or to start purchasing iron bars. But that means I need to smelt it. And if we look here, we can see demand is decreased. Business has difficulties with supplies. Hayden now accepts less iron bar. If I don't get supply hooked up to this sooner or later, what will actually happen is the business will go bankrupt, which means I won't be able to supply it with iron bar, which I'd really like to do. But it's also behind research. We need to do this research. Now, this research is going to be the first one where we actually have to deliver things to the research lab to actually get the research started. So we need to do that, and it's going to require some iron ore. So I need to buy yet another truck. It's going to be one of these guys. We're going to buy you. We're going to set you to go to here. Load. Full load, please. And then... yes, you can deliver to there. Unload full, but... bring that back up. We're going to save as, and we're going to call this research iron ore. Okay, wait, well, I can't type, but that's fine. We'll just pretend that that's spelled correctly. But what's going to happen is it's designed to take a full load. So it's going to drive down there, pick up some iron ore, bring it back up here and unload it. And until it can fully unload, it's not going to drive away. So we need to actually have a bit of storage, being a warehouse. A large warehouse or a small warehouse? Probably a large warehouse, just so I'm covered. We're going to borrow lots of money, it seems. And I need to put that within range of this and within range of this. So I'm going to drop this. Let's drop it there. And I want to make sure you accept iron ore. And that's the only thing I want you to accept. And with that done, I'm going to want the money up on the screen. I'm going to want the garage over there. I'm going to want to release that car. Laboratory up there, and we're good to go. Oh, yeah, so we need to follow this guy who's going to go get some iron ore. At the same time, whenever I can afford another truck, I need to get another truck, because we're going to need a few of them, like a few of them. Oh, you now accept wooden beams after research. I don't have the research done, so we have a few things that we need to get happening. Quite a few things. So you're going to pick up iron ore, which we just look at this. This has 46 of 58, so we haven't maxed out our supply yet. And then that is an odd way of going, but sure. Can I? No, I don't have enough money yet. But we are profitable on a month-to-month basis. We are definitely making money, although research is definitely eating into our totals. So you're going to drop off your iron ore, which is going to disappear straight in here. And that's going to give us a day's worth. One truck is going to give us a day's worth of iron ore. So hence, I need a lot of trucks. Like a lot of trucks. As many as I can possibly throw at the problem. That's the second truck, dropping off iron ore, which will give us another day's worth. Can I just borrow? Sure. Release all. Because I want to get this research done. We need this research done. Hayden now accepts some more coal. Cool. Where's Hayden? Coal. You were getting 100. You now want 175. That's the coal one. I can't afford it. But I want to get this done so I don't forget about it. You're getting 100. So each truck's worth 25, so I can add 2 trucks without a hassle. Alright, so yeah, I want to try and get this research done as quickly as possible so we can unlock the ability to start making some iron bar. It also means that when we're done, all the trucks on this particular route are going to get recycled. We're going to find some other use for them. Probably moving around the iron bar that now we've got the research complete, we're going to start moving around that iron bar. So I'm going to probably borrow some more money and just keep throwing trucks at the problem till we have basically iron ore sitting in here. So I think I'll see you guys in a minute when we've finished research. And we have research done. Now, it did take us, if we open up the truck route, it did take us, if I sort by route, please, it took us 11 trucks. 11 trucks to get enough iron ore over here to supply our laboratory at full speed. So it does require a fair bit of resources. On top of that, we do have some notifications we need to go through. Let's start off with business on the verge of bankruptcy. So this is the business that we're trying to supply that doesn't have any supply yet because we haven't set it up yet, which is on the verge of bankruptcy. So I do have the option of injecting money to keep the business running, which is probably going to be something we might require doing. On top of that, we do have a couple of new updates. So we've done the coal, that happened beforehand, but we do now have Bungles now accepts iron. Can I get a station in? No, I need 2 stations. Freight station. Can I get a freight station right here if I had more money? Cool. Hi, bank. We're going to drop... Hang on. Logistics. Yeah, that doesn't quite reach. Okay. We're going to drop a new freight station. That doesn't reach. Does that? I can't... No. I'd really want to put it somewhere where it can do more or it can have a second purpose, but it doesn't seem like I can reach. So it's going to have to go down here. But the good news is this needs iron ore, and I have a bunch of trucks already set up doing iron ore. So I need to, and this is probably where the power of this system comes in. I can open this, and we're going to edit this route, and that's already picking up iron from here. And all we're going to do is, rather than having them unload over here to do research, we're going to just delete that. We're going to add a stop. We're going to pick this one, and we're going to say unload full. Now, that is probably going to supply way too much ore to start with. You want 100, and I have so many trucks going such a short distance. But it's a start. It's a start. I can reroute the trucks afterwards, which we will probably have to do. Speaking of rerouting trucks, I'd actually add a second mine here, because we were maxing out the throughput of our single mine. We also have Bizgrew, and you now accept more iron ore. So we were delivering 112-ish over 6 trucks. So what's that? Yeah. No idea. I can't do maths. Less than 20 each. 17 each, roughly. And we're now doing 119. So what's that? Like 2 trucks? 2 trucks, roughly. So again, if I go to our that one. So I have these trucks, which we're going to edit, and I'm going to move you to Iron Cliffs, that one, and I'm also going to edit you and also move you from that route to that route. So they're still moving around iron ore in the case of all the ones that were doing the research, but now they're moving it to either down here or to down here. So we've got those 2 problems solved. We probably still have spare trucks going down here. We probably have too many trucks going down there. But we also have another problem that we need to make some manufacturing, because we now have the ability to make factories, make alloy smelting. So I now have the ability to smelt some materials, but we're going to need a few things. First off, we're going to need a warehouse. Warehouses are really expensive. Okay, we're going to do a small warehouse. And I want it in range of those two mines, because I want to be able to, I need to be able to remove the iron ore, then I need to put it on conveyor belts, then I need to smelt it, and then to smelt it I also need to provide some sort of fuel into the smelters, which we'll get to in a second, and then I need to take the output, put it in another warehouse so I can finally ship it out. Make sense? Makes sense. Okay, so we're going to put this here. We're going to tell you to select accept iron ore. I'm going to get a second warehouse if I don't go broke, which was going to go there. I'm actually going to bring back up our freight list. I'm going to edit you entirely. What is switch to an individual route but keep orders? That's the one I want. I want you to go here, load, full. Here, unload, full. Save as. I want you to be coal to Bungle's smelter. And of course, what's on the truck? Iron ore. Really? I can just change that live? Wow, I can. Okay. So we now have, you are going to move coal, which is going to go into this warehouse. So we have iron ore, we have coal. The iron ore can flow into this warehouse. It can also flow out of this warehouse back into the depot to be shipped out. But we're going to need to go to conveyor belts. We're going to need one of these, which is a connection. First thing we're going to need is a connection, so we can actually remove iron ore from this building. I'm also going to need a second connection here to remove the coal. The other thing we're going to have to do is go into factories, and we want an alloy smelter. 1.5 out of 2.8. Yeah, money's going to get tight real fast. Obviously, I'd love to allow for expansion and build a few of these, but oh crap, we still need another warehouse. Oh yeah, money's going to get super tight. You're going to accept iron bars, and then belts. Okay, for simplicity's sake, we're going to hook that up to there. Can't build here. Okay, I want... There is a button. That button. We're going to lower that tile, that tile, that tile. So I can now do that. We're going to set you to do that type of smelting. And... not enough money. Click the button again. And I need to bring 16, 17, 18. What's one belt cost? A lot. Okay. Connection there. Delete. You know what? Just make my life easier. Let's just lower those. That's train track. I don't want train track. We can't afford train track yet. We're not that rich. Okay. So that is coal in, iron ore in, iron bars out. And the other thing about Voxel Tycoon is you lay down all the conveyors and then you actually can choose the direction they run in. So I can just flip that direction, and we're done. Now, how much money I can make? Not much. Not much. I'm really, really poor. So yours is still set to the old one. Oh, I didn't rename it. Edit. Rename route. So that's iron ore to buggle. Alright. And I'm actually going to okay that, edit that, swap you to individual routes, and delete everything. I want you to come from here, load, and go to the drop-off station that's not built yet. Stations, freight station. Like we're squeezing things out here. We're going to put that there. We're going to set that to go to there. We're going to set you to unload. Full load, save as. That's iron ore. Edit, rename, iron. Bar. Okay. With all that done, our loan maxed out, we're going to resume the game and let it start running. Now, this particular truck is still set to carry iron ore. Now, because trucks are set to auto when you first buy them, and I'm pretty sure I covered this in the last video, because they're set to auto when you first grab them, whatever the first cargo they can pick up, that's what they'll preset for and pre-sort for. Because this particular station now has iron ore, plus it has the coal we're dropping off, plus it has iron bar, I need to actually change these filters. So I'm actually going to manually pick iron bar, and you should be good to go. You're on your way. You may have an issue because we're probably not going to have any iron bar for you yet because we haven't even delivered the coal. Where is Coal to Bungle Smelter? Where are you, sir? On your way back. Very slowly. So I'm going to set you... Edit. Can I rearrange these? Actually, if I just tick off full load, that should fix it. So it's going to try and pull in, find no ore, no bars, and then leave. Industrial building has first supply of iron ore. Excellent. I have no idea how many trucks are set to go here. A lot. So you're probably going to get overloaded with iron ore. But that's alright. We can pull the trucks off and send them off to do iron bar. After we actually have some working iron bar construction. Nope. Conveyors. Flip conveyors. Helps if they're all going in the right direction. Okay, we have our very first couple of bits of iron bar. So we now... This is the thing that really sets Voxel Tycoon away from its like open transport tycoon family, generation, whatever you want to call it. you can actually set up the production yourself. And as soon as I have some more money, you can bet I'm going to double up this production. I'm going to add a second smelter in, okay? Because why not? No brainer. Why wouldn't I add in a second smelter? Or maybe even a third smelter or a fourth smelter. Like, I do need to do the research because one of the towns now accepts wooden beams. This one, which again, I need to do research for, which I haven't got to just yet because, you know, it requires money and I don't have no money. If we bring you up, you're going to do iron bar. Actually, coal. So that's one thing I need to do. I need to edit that and turn that off. So if you cannot unload the coal because the warehouse is full, just drive past. All right. Okay, we're going to go to you. Where are you? You are right here. So you're going to pick up your iron bar. And more importantly, after we drop off a shipment or two, the new factory should not go out of business. And that's what I really, really care about. I do not want them to go out of business. I want them to stay at least running. There you go. So I got 115 days left to get enough supply in here that it stays happy and doesn't go out of business. So we have lots of iron bars. All right, so I need to find this truck route, which is doing that supply. And where are you? You're leaving? Empty. Cool. We're gonna move you to there and change you to do that instead. Okie dokie. Hide and branch. Yep. And pick up iron bar. Cool. And then I'm going to do the same with this one. Yep. After you're definitely empty, we'll set you to that one instead and change you to move around iron bar. Cool. Alright, and somebody else accepts more coal. So you delivered 80 and you want 170. So technically, however many trucks I have here, I could probably double it, providing we're out of coal. Okay, so I also need to mining facilities, coal mine, and I need to double that up. And I need to wait for that production to level out before we worry about adding more trucks. Wood beams, yeah, the wood beams is probably going to go out of business. I don't think, just because of the way I've maxed out the money, I don't think I'll have enough time to do the research, set up the production, set up the manufacturing, and get a delivery before it goes out of business. But if it goes out of business, it means Red Cliffs goes from 2 of 2 back to 1 of 2. And then a new commercial building will open up. This one is doing wood beams. We do have an option in the same research tree of wooden planks, or maybe it is iron ore, which we're iron plate, or it could be one of the other things we already have. So there is always an option for it to start to take off in some other type of manufacturing. I need you to not go out of business. Okay, first off, you got 145 out of 100. Yeah, that's too many trucks. Where are you? You are coming down with materials. You are just about to pull in. So I'm going to change you to go to that one. And we're also going to change you to do that one and send you off. And iron bar. Can I copy 37,000? Okay, so we're going to copy 2 of those and release them. Hopefully that's enough trucks. Hopefully. And don't forget this is with 1 smelter running. Ideally, I'd like 2 or 3, but we will see. I need to make sure that you don't go out of business. Obviously, because that would be really bad if I set up all this production and you went out of business anyway. Alright, whilst we're actually making some money, I'm going to do the smart thing. I'm going to repay the loan. Just to cut back on our interest rate. We could always borrow the money back. So bankruptcy avoided. Excellent. So you're no longer going to go bankrupt. You're receiving somewhere between 40 and 60, maybe 70 iron bar. So you're happy. You're satisfied. In the meantime, we're going to set that back to Nothing really. Alright, laboratory. We need to look at wood processing, which will let us get the iron beam. So we're going to start that research. It is a 55-day research and requires wooden logs. Now, wooden logs, if we click on this and we look at logistics, wooden logs can move from here to here to here, but they can't actually reach the laboratory. If I set you to do wooden logs, we shall now find, hopefully, that the wooden logs can move from this building to this building via the magic of teleportation, and then they can move from our warehouse into our laboratory again through the magic of teleportation. So our lab's up and running. It's going to take 55 days just to get the research done, and then we need to set up the production, then we need to ship the stuff out. Yeah. And if I hold down shift, I can do repay the maximum amount, which we're going to do. Because, yeah, I might as well pay off the loan whilst I can. We need to keep an eye on you. You're at 65. You got 80 last month. So I think you're pretty happy. Coal is that one. Which got 100 out of 170. So I can probably add 2. 2 would be ideal. 37,000. Just borrow some of the money back. Can I click on that? Nope. Copy. Done. And you got 95 out of 100. Perfect. All right. So we've got a few things running. We're borrowing loans. We're borrowing money. We're repaying money. Bungles just hit town status. So, good passenger coverage, excellent economic coverage. The growth is good as well, and it's all self-growth. It's not something I've had to do anything about. So you got average supply of economics because we're supplying no of the wooden beams and all the iron ore. So, because this is excellent and because this one is awful, it averages out to average. And passenger coverage is passenger coverage is average because you need a new bus. So you just finished there, and there are still half a dozen passengers to go. 41,000. Oh look, I now suddenly have 41,000. So we're going to add 2 more buses to the route because there are obviously people that need to be moved around, and if I close all the windows and we go into our freights, what are we looking for? We're looking for Red Cliffs. So if we sort by that, we can see that they're making 3 grand. So they're not super profitable, but they're definitely making money, and there's no reason to leave money on the table. Okay, Hyden now accepts wood plank after research. So there we go, right there, accepts wooden planks, which means I need this research done even faster. And Hyden, passenger coverage, excellent. Economics are good. Because this is a industrial type of town. Demand limit +2. Oh, so originally it was a +1, now it's a +2. I'm not going to complain. The more stuff we can... Oh, you've got storage. So technically we're oversupplying you. Do I have a truck that I need elsewhere? How are you doing? I need a truck elsewhere. Okay, so let's do... Where for you? Nope, not that truck. Where for you? No, not that truck. Where for you? Haha. We're going to set you to Wood to Hyden West. That's right, isn't it? Yes. And we're going to change you to do... oh. Well, that's not going to work. Because wood is a totally different type of truck. Can we copy that and copy that and that and send them off on their way? Okay, where can I send this one truck? What can do with one more supply? No idea. We literally just set you up, and you technically still have too many as well. How about you? 165. Okay, so I can move. you. We can move you to... I'm looking for the building to light up. That one. Cool. You're good to go. And that's it for there. Coal is 145. Okay, so I can pull off... I need somebody coming this direction. You. So I want you to do... coal... That one. That one. Okay, and details, change that over to coal. And how many trucks can I add? I can add 150 out of 175. Probably just one. Probably just one. Because, yeah, I don't want to oversupply this. Definitely not. Alright. So we need this research to be done. And, oh, look, we've maxed out our timber. So I need to, again, mining, get ourselves another sawmill. Which we will... Oh. Oh. Okay. So we have a new problem. If I go into logistics, we can see this reaches this and this. This reaches everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... nope. I'm going to... How do I turn the lines off? There we go. I'm going to click exactly on the line. So I'm going to turn off receiving wood directly from this building. I'm also going to turn off receiving from this building. So hopefully wood from this sawmill can go straight into the depot and then be shipped out directly on the trucks. So from this building storage to this building storage to a truck, from this building storage to this building storage to the labs, and eventually back to here. Now, if we look at the logistics, we can see that there is a line joining you into you into you. I don't think that actually works, to be honest. It's available in a building. It doesn't get shipped across. And it doesn't matter. We just finish the research anyway. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to set you to allow again. And we'll set you to allow again. So now wood can flow freely. Also means actually I'm going to turn that off and that off. Yes, because I really want to empty this warehouse. I want to keep this warehouse as free for whatever our lab is going to be doing. So we need to set up yet another production line, which I think because wood's going to take us a minute. Wood's going to take us a hot minute. You know what? We're going to do that in the next episode. We'll set up wood because we've just unlocked wood processing, which gave us both the wooden beam along with the wooden plank and the circular saw factory type. So what we'll do is we'll do that in the next episode. We've made good money. We've definitely increased the value of the company. We're about a third of the way up to getting up to a level 2 corporation. We have definitely got some of our very, very first automation up and running. And in fact, actually, it turns out that I probably don't need a second smelter at this stage. It looks like one smelter is more than enough for our one consumption. And yeah, next episode, we'll look at some wood processing, which means we can do wooden beams down here. And we don't have anybody doing wooden planks yet. No. Demands coal and iron bar. And you don't get a new one until you upgrade to the next city type, which I'm not sure when that is. There we go. 671. So this one's going to increase a little bit. After it increases a little bit more, we should get a new type of resource. Being demanded. Oh, that's got a long way to go. This one's got a little bit, which again, if we get the wooden beams up and running, maybe we're going to demand for something else that we can use. And same with our bungles. Maybe we can get a supply, an extra building type for that in the not too distant, an extra resource demand in the not too distant future. With all that said, I do hope you've enjoyed this episode of Voxel Tycoon. I do recommend, okay? I do recommend, and I would really, really appreciate it if you wouldn't mind. Do me a favor, one, click the like button, and two, if you're interested in more Voxel Tycoon, by all means, click that subscribe button. But yeah, mainly the big one is definitely clicking that like button, leaving a comment or requesting down below, just feeding the algorithm, because I've got to say, I'm enjoying this game. I want to play it for a while, but the algorithm demands what the algorithm demands. And if you could help me out by feeding it, would be very much appreciated. Anyway, all that said, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the very next video. All right, bye.